The island of Sodor is surrounded by beautiful blue sea. It has fields of green and sandy yellow beaches. There are rivers, streams, and lots of trees where the birds sing. There are windmills and a coal mine, and docks where visitors to the island arrive. The island also has lots and lots of railway lines. Who's that puffing down the track? It's Thomas! Hello, Thomas!
Hello, everybody! Welcome to the island of Sodor!
Last train for Christmas. It was Christmas Eve, and people were still hurrying home to their families on the island of Sodor.
Not more snow. I just cleared the whole branch line.
At least we won't have to wear our snowplows tomorrow.
That's right. We can all stay in our nice warm sheds.
What are you two talking about?
Tomorrow is Christmas, silly. And there are no trains running all day.
Great. I like keeping warm.
Connor was on the mainland, collecting passengers for Sodor. But there were too many people, and his coaches were full.
Oh, no! The train's going without us.
Don't worry, little boy. I'll be back. I promise. There's still one more train before Christmas.
It was already late by the time Connor reached Knapford Station.
Sir, if I can get some more coaches, then I can make one more run to the mainland and back, and everyone will be home for Christmas.
You'll have to be quick, Connor. More heavy snow is on the way.
Don't you worry, sir. I'm a very fast engine. Coaches, coaches, coaches. Where can I find some extra coaches?
Take off!
Who said that?
Take off if you want to be fast!
Sounds like the slip coaches to me. You can uncouple the slip coaches on the move and let them roll into the stations, so you won't have to stop.
Perfect. I'll be faster than ever if I don't have to stop.
Connor hurried back across the island, pulling the slip coaches. But the snow was getting heavier. And the snow was the trouble. The engines were struggling to keep the track clear. And Paxton had managed to get stuck. That was when Sir Topham Hatt decided to make an announcement.
The snow is too heavy. The main line is blocked. I'm afraid we won't be able to run any more trains tonight.
But what about Connor, sir? And the passengers waiting on the mainland? What about the last train?
It looks like the last train will have to be cancelled, Thomas.
Diesel is right. We can't risk having passengers stranded in the snow.
But the snow is stopping. We can clear the tracks. We just have to get plowing.
It's too late, Thomas. It's already dark. The stations will be closing.
Diesel is right, Thomas. It's dark and it's late.
But What about all those people trying to get home for Christmas?
Exactly. That's what I was about to say. Thomas is right. You must all work together and clear the snow to help Connor and the last train for Christmas.
Yes, sir!
There was a lot of snow on the line. The engines had to work hard to make sure as many tracks as possible were cleared for the last train. Thomas and Percy were clearing the track up to Wellsworth.
Look, Thomas. Do you think it's... Harold! That's Harold, the helicopter. He's out searching for anyone stuck in the snow. Oh.
Edward and Henry cleared the track beyond Maron. But the snow was deepest out near Vickerstown, and Emily was running out of steam.
Whoa, dear! I've never seen snow so deep! Oh.
She couldn't clear the track to the mainland.
Diesel was right. The last train will have to be canceled. Whoa, what's that? It's Hero!
Hero had been plowing from the other direction. And now the line was clear for Connor's last train.
Thank you!
Is that who I think it is?
Who? What?
Oh, sorry. It's Harold the helicopter, actually.
Connor released the first slip coach at Kelsthorpe Road Station. He released the second slip coach at Maron. Thomas had just finished clearing the line at Wellsworth Station when Connor raced through and released the last slip coach. But it didn't stop. Connor had uncoupled it too close to the station.
Fizzling fireboxes! The passengers will be stranded in the snow!
Luckily, Thomas was there to bring the coach and the passengers back into the station.
Thank you, Connor. Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas to you too, little boy.
You have done a great job tonight, Connor.
Thank you, sir. But I couldn't have made it without my friends.
Yes, of course. It is thanks to all of you that the last passengers got back to Sodor in time for Christmas. Merry Christmas, engines. Merry Christmas and good night.
Merry Christmas, sir.
Good night.
Merry Christmas, Harold!
Calling all engines! Calling all engines! It's Toby! Toby is the number 7 tram engine. He doesn't have a whistle or a horn like the other engines. Instead, Toby has a bell.
Toby is a square, brown, wooden steam tram with cowcatchers. Toby's usually found on the quarry line with his faithful coach, Henrietta. Toby may not be as fast or as strong as the other engines, but he always tries his best.
That's why he's a really useful engine. Wait a moment. Who's that coming down the line? It's Henry! He's the number 3 green engine. When Henry first came to Sodor, he had to run on special coal. He was eventually repaired, and now he runs on regular coal. Because of this, Henry tends to worry and be overcautious. He's a large engine, and his favorite job is pulling the flying kipper. Henry always gets the job done safely and on time. That's why he's a really useful engine.
Long lost friend. It was Christmas time on the island of Sodor, and another busy day at Brendam Docks. Cranky was unloading cargo as usual.
Heaving hawks, what's this? Weighs a ton! Shiver me axles! It's Gator!
Hello, Salty. Did you miss me?
Oh, aye, matey, I did. But I know someone who missed you even more. Percy!
Percy! Is he here? I'd love to see Percy.
Percy used to come to the docks every day to see if you were back. But he doesn't do that anymore.
Oh.
Arr. Well, you have been gone a long time, matey.
The ship Gator had arrived on had also brought a lot of rock salt to the island. But the delivery note had got wet on the journey, and no one could tell what it said.
I think this salt is for the quarry, but I don't have an engine to take it there right now. Can you take it, Gator?
I'd be happy to. And maybe I'll see Percy. Do tell him I'm back if you see him first, won't you?
Arr, that we will, Gator.
Good morning, Thomas.
Good morning, Gator.
Thomas nearly popped a piston when he realized who he'd seen.
Gator?
Yes, it's me. Just delivering some rock salt to the quarry.
Does Percy know you're back?
No, not yet. But please be sure to tell him when you see him.
I will. See you later, Gator. Bust my buffers. Gator's back. Wait till Percy hears the news.
Thomas raced into the shunting yard and found Percy working hard, keeping the cars in order.
Look out, Thomas. What's the rush? Percy, you'll never guess who's back on Sodor in time for Christmas. Who? Is it Santa Claus? Gator! Gator? Really? My old friend? Yes! This'll be the best Christmas ever. Well, where is he then? Oh, he had to make a delivery to the quarry. Thanks, Thomas. Maybe I'll make a delivery to the quarry, too. But you don't have any cars. What are you going to deliver? Me!
Gator couldn't wait to make his delivery so that he could go and find Percy. But there seemed to be some sort of problem.
Well, I never. It's you, isn't it? It's Gator.
Hello, Owen. Yes, it's me. Been a while, hasn't it?
What's all that salt for, then?
It's to keep the roads clear in winter, but I think I've brought it to the wrong place.
I think this salt must be meant for the steamworks.
Oh. Do me a favor, Owen. Tell Percy I'm back if you see him.
Will do. Lovely to see you again, Gator.
Gator hurried toward the steamworks. He was sure Percy would find him just as soon as he heard he was back.
Gator! Gator!
Percy, I saw Gator. He was here earlier.
Great, Owen. But where is he now?
Oh, he went to the steamworks, I think.
Oh, okay then. Thanks.
But Gator's salt delivery wasn't meant for the steamworks either.
That looks like it says Knapford to me. The salt must be for the platforms at Knapford Station. They do get awfully icy in winter.
Okay, thanks.
Percy chugged as fast as he could toward the steamworks, while Gator headed back in the opposite direction. But as Percy puffed over the bridge, Gator rumbled under it, and they didn't see each other. Gator had hoped he would have seen Percy by now. He wondered whether Percy even wanted to see him. Maybe he hadn't missed him at all.
Yes, I saw Gator, Percy, but I'm afraid he's gone now.
Percy wondered why Gator had gone to see everyone apart from him. Maybe Gator had forgotten all about him.
Hello, Gator. Did you see Percy? He was looking for you.
Oh, no, Thomas, I haven't. But he would have found me if he really wanted to see me. I've been all over the island.
But...
Gator, whatever are you doing here with all that salt? No, no, no! This salt is meant for the docks. It's to stop them being slippery in the icy weather. I'm sorry, Gator, but you'll have to take it back. Off you go. We don't want any more confusion and delay.
Sorry, sir.
Express train coming through!
Percy, there you are. Listen, Sir Topham Hatt just sent Gator to... I don't think Gator wants to see me, Thomas. He's probably forgotten all about me. But Percy, Gator thinks it's you who doesn't want to see him. He does? Yes. He's heading back to the docks right now. Oh no, he's going to go away again. I have to catch up with him.
Gator waited while Cranky unloaded the rock salt again. He was very sad at the thought that Percy didn't want to see him.
Hurry, hurry, hurry! Oh, I hope I'm not too late.
Ahoy, me hearty! Oh, hey, did you know that Gator is...
I know!
Percy looked everywhere, but he couldn't see Gator.
Oh, no! The ship is leaving! I've missed him. Gator! Wait!
Watch out, Percy!
Luckily, nobody was hurt, but there was rock salt everywhere. Percy was very sorry about the mess, but he was even more sorry that he was too late to see Gator.
Goodbye, Gator.
Hello, Percy.
Gator?
Yes, but this wasn't quite the greeting I was expecting from you.
I thought I'd missed you again, Gator. I'm so happy you're back.
Yes, I'm back, Percy. And this time, I'm going to stay. At least long enough to wash off all this salt.
Oh, you're right there, matey. We can't have two salties on Sodor.
Percy couldn't believe it. His old friend was back for Christmas, and he was a very happy little engine.
Oh, it's nippy out there. Oh, hello there. I'm Mr. Perkins. I've just popped into Mr. Edwards' signal box here to warm up before my next train. Oh, Mr. Edwards always keeps a nice fire going, especially when it's snowing. I think I'll keep my scarf on, though, for now. I think I remember a story about an engine wearing a scarf. I think it's in one of these books. Ah, yes. Here it is. Shall I read it? A scarf for Percy. It was snowing on Sodor. Thomas and Percy were awake early and feeling cold and cross. Thomas wanted a warm boiler, but Percy thought he'd be warmer still if he had a scarf. There, you see. Thomas thought it was a silly idea. Percy with a scarf round his funnel. Sir Topham Hatt had pressed his best pants to wear when he had his picture taken. I shall pack these in my trunk for later, he said. Out on the tracks, Percy couldn't stop thinking about scarves. He saw them everywhere. My funnel's cold, he puffed. I want a scarf. Engines don't wear scarves, said Henry. Engines with proper funnels do, snorted Percy. You've only got a small one. Percy's driver liked to switch off Percy's steam outside the station so he could sneak up quietly and surprise the coaches. But the porters were taking some luggage across the tracks, including Sir Topham Hatt's trunk. They didn't hear Percy coming, and Percy bumped right into the trolley. Boxes and bags flew everywhere, and sticky jam splattered over everyone. Jam? Where did jam come from? Oh, maybe Lady Hat packed a picnic in case they got hungry. And Sir Topham Hatt's best pants ended up wrapped round Percy's funnel, just like a scarf. Everyone was very sticky and very cross. Back at the sheds, Percy's driver cleaned him up. It's going to be warmer tomorrow, Percy, said Henry. You won't need a scarf. Certainly not, said Percy. Engines don't need scarves. Engines need warm boilers. Everyone knows that. Well, I think I'm warm enough now. Don't think I need my scarf anymore. Not until I go back outside in the snow.
Duncan the humbug. It was Christmas on the island of Sodor. It was a very busy time. And a very happy time, too. All the engines enjoyed it. Except Duncan. He didn't like Christmas one bit.
Bah, humbug.
Hello, Duncan.
Hello, Rheneas. Don't you just hate these cold winter mornings? It takes so long to get a steam up.
I don't mind, really.
And if the points are frozen at the junction, that means even more hanging about.
See you later then, Duncan.
Oh no, goodness, slow.
Hello, Duncan. How are you?
Well, not so great, as you can see. I very nearly had an accident.
Why don't you use your sandbox?
I've used up all my sand. I expect there's none left at the depot either.
Morning, Duncan. Isn't this great? It's busy, and everyone's so happy.
Well, it's all right for some. All these extra passengers are slowing me down. Come on, hurry up. Ah, humbug. On we go, finally.
As Duncan went on his way, Skarloey felt all of his festive spirit fly out of his funnel.
Oh my.
By the time Skarloey arrived at the depot, he didn't feel very Christmassy at all.
Duncan was complaining to me about the cold, and he told me there was no sand for our sandboxes. But there's plenty.
He told me his passengers were slowing him down.
Duncan seems determined to turn the holiday season into one big chore. I'm sure he'll cheer up when he sees the depot. Ooh, wow!
Bah, humbug. All the snow and sand is turning into slush, and my wheels are wet and gritty.
Well, I feel good as new. Sir Topham Hatt is giving us all a fresh coat of paint for the winter.
Typical. Trust the standard gauge engines to get special treatment.
But Mr. Percival's had the same idea. There's a new coat of paint for us narrow gauge engines too.
A fresh coat of paint? And not before time. With all the work I have to do, picking up extra passengers, remembering the new seasonal timetable, waiting around in the bitter cold, getting bugs in my face.
If we could only find a way to stop Duncan complaining all the time.
Or even just for one day.
I think I'll have a word with Mr. Percival.
First thing the following morning, Duncan sped to the steamworks, where he found Mr. Percival talking to Victor.
Morning, sir. I've come for my Christmas coat of paint.
Is that right? Well, I hear from the other engines that you've been grumbling a lot lately.
What? No. Well, no more than usual.
You've been making everyone feel unhappy. And when engines aren't happy, they don't work so well.
That's just the way I am. And you can like it or not.
Well, I don't like it, Duncan. You can be first in line for a new coat of paint tomorrow morning, if and only if you can be cheerful for the rest of today.
Ah, I see. Well, no problem, sir. I can do that.
Don't forget now, cheerful all day. The other engines will be keeping an eye on you.
Duncan was determined to get himself a new coat of paint.
I can be cheerful all day. Need bother.
But then he met Rheneas at the junction.
Let's be careful, Duncan, and go extra slowly with all this snow.
Thanks for the reminder, Rheneas.
At Crovan's Gate Station, Duncan had to wait as families got on board with extra baggage.
Ah, hello there, Duncan. Everything all right?
Completely fine. Thank you.
At the level crossing, the gates were frozen. So Duncan's passengers decided to hum a jolly Christmas song to pass the time. But Duncan didn't like it at all. He was about to give them a blast from his whistle when Rusty came along.
What a lovely song, Duncan.
Isn't it?
And then poor Duncan got stuck behind Luke, who was struggling up a slippery slope.
For buffer's sake, Luke, what's the hold-up?
Rusty saw that Duncan had forgotten to be cheerful.
Sorry, Duncan. I can't go on because my wheels keep slipping on the icy track.
Can't you just grit it up with a little sand?
I'm afraid my sandbox is empty.
Duncan realized that by getting grumpy, he had hurt Luke's feelings. So he buffered up to Luke and dropped some sand on the rail. He gave him a little push to help him on his way again.
Woo! Thanks, Duncan!
And Rusty saw all of this too. Duncan was a little sad that he'd lost his temper. He knew what that meant. No coat of paint for him. But the following day, Duncan made his way to the steamworks anyway. He had decided to apologize to Mr. Percy.
Good morning, sir. I know I failed your challenge and I wasn't cheerful all day, but...
Say no more, Duncan. You did a good thing yesterday, helping out poor Luke when he was in a spot of bother.
Oh, well, I suppose maybe I did.
And for that, you deserve a special treat.
You mean a new coat of paint?
That's right, Duncan.
Thank you, sir. That's very kind. From now on, I will try and be more cheerful, sir. At least some of the time.
Very good, Duncan. But I think I might have been wrong to ask you to be cheerful all day.
You do grumble a lot, but that's just the way you are.
And it doesn't make you any less useful.
Merry Christmas to you, Duncan.
Merry Christmas to one and all.
Bah, humbug.
Well, hello. The Earl of Sodor here. You know, Sodor is such an exciting place. There are so many wonderful things to see. But just how closely are you watching? Very closely, I hope, because I'll be asking questions about what you've seen. Isn't snow wonderful? There are so many things you can do when it snows. Thomas and Emily are wearing their snow plows, and the children are having fun building in the snow and sledging on the slopes. Are you ready for the first question? What was it that the children were building in the snow? Was it snowmen, or snowballs, or igloos? That's right! The children were building snowmen. Don't they look splendid? And what a very smart hat that snowman is wearing. Did you get it right? Oh, very well done. Let's play again. Thomas is at the docks with Salty. He's waiting to collect a very special. My goodness, Thomas, that really is a very big, very shiny special. Here comes the next question. What shape was the big, shiny object that Thomas collected? Was it square, or a star, or a triangle? That's right! The big, shiny object was in the shape of a star. And now Thomas is coupled up and ready to go. Did you get it right? Jolly well done. I think you deserve a really useful certificate for watching so closely. And I hope I'll see you again soon. Goodbye.
Duck in the water. It was a cold, wet winter's day. Duck was at Knapford Station when James arrived. Of all the jobs he is given, James likes pulling coaches best of all.
It's a shame you've been stuck with a goods train, Duck, but I suppose somebody has to pull cars.
Oh, I thought you sometimes pulled cars too.
That may be, but splendid-looking engines, such as myself, should always pull passengers. After all, the passengers prefer it.
But things don't always turn out the way James would like them to.
Oh, Who can appreciate my bright red paintwork in this weather?
There had been a lot of rain on the island of Sodor, and the rivers were high. Harold was flying over Duck's branch line when he saw that the track had been flooded, so he went to warn Sir Topham Hatt. But it was too late.
Oh!
James was just settling down to have a rest when he saw Sir Topham Hatt coming across the yard.
Uh-oh. I hope he's not looking to give me another job. Ah, James, you have no job at the moment. Duck is stuck in the floodwater and needs to be lifted out. But I'm waiting for my next passenger train, sir. Well, you'd better get going then. The quicker you rescue Duck, the sooner you'll be back. But, sir, if Duck fell in the water, whose fault is that? It's nobody's fault, James. It was an accident. But I need an engine to take Rocky and help him out. Huh! I thought ducks liked being in the water. James!
James didn't think fetching Rocky was a very suitable job for a splendid engine such as himself. But sometimes, every engine has to do a job that they don't like.
That ought to do it.
Come on, Rocky. We have to rescue Duck.
Oh, okay, James. But you'll have to wait while I have my crane arm secured.
Nonsense. Duck is stuck in the water, and the sooner we get him out, the sooner I can get back to doing something more suitable.
And James pulled away before Rocky's crane arm had been secured.
James, we need to stop. I'm swinging about back here.
Get a hold of yourself, Rocky. You'd think you never responded to an emergency before.
But you're going to cause an accident.
Nonsense. Duck's had the accident. We're just going to rescue him.
Whoa! James! Slow down! We need to... Whoa! Uh-oh!
Rocky's crane arm kept swinging about, but James wouldn't stop.
Whoa! That was close!
Then, as they approached the flooded track, James saw a signal that warned him to slow down.
Huh? What was that?
What was what?
I knocked something over!
I'm sure it couldn't have been anything important.
But a signal is very important indeed.
Hurry up! It's cold and wet in here.
Keep your steam in, Duck. We're coming to rescue you.
I don't have any steam, James. The water has put out my firebox.
James had to position Rocky in front of him for the rescue.
There you go. Help has arrived.
And that's me.
I'll be glad to have my wheels on dry track again, I can tell you.
Honestly, I thought ducks liked being in the water.
James thought this was very funny, even though he knew Duck wasn't really a duck.
Duck isn't even my real name. My real name is Montague.
Meanwhile, Oliver was coming along Duck's branch line too, but he didn't see any signal warning him to stop or slow down. Luckily, nobody was hurt. But James was very cross.
Oliver, why didn't you look where you were going? There was a yellow signal back there.
I didn't see any signal.
Please? Can I get out the water now?
Rocky started to lift Duck back out of the water again, and Oliver started to back up so that his driver could put up a warning flag. But then there was more trouble. By this time, Harold had seen what was going on, and he flew back to fetch Sir Topham Hatt. At last, Rocky managed to lift Duck out of the water.
Thank you, Rocky.
You're welcome, Duck.
So many accidents. How could this have happened on my railway?
I'm very sorry, sir, but it must be my fault. I must have knocked down the signal pole. My crane arm wasn't secured, and I was swinging about.
It was nobody's fault. It was an accident. I was in a hurry to go, and Rocky wasn't ready, so... Oh, actually, sir, I suppose it was my fault. I didn't give Rocky time to secure his crane arm properly. That's why he was swinging about. I can't say that I am very happy about this, James, but I am proud of you for admitting what you have done. Perhaps it would be best if you made amends by pulling Duck's cars while his firebox dries out. Yes, sir, I'd be happy to.
Pulling cars may not be his favorite job, and James knows that he can't always do the jobs he likes best. But so long as the sun is shining, he is a very splendid-looking, bright red engine indeed.
Oh, hello again. Just answering some of the mail. We get a lot of mail asking us about life here on the railway. I've got a letter here from a Mr. Murray who's asking about Tidmouth sheds. So I'm sending him this postcard, telling him all about them. Tidmouth sheds are on the west of the island, near Tidmouth. Near Tidmouth. Tidmouth sheds have berths for 7 engines. The engines that usually stay there are Thomas, Percy, James, Emily, Edward, Gordon, and Henry. Toby is part of the steam team too, but there isn't a berth for him in the shed. Duck used to spend the night in Tidmouth sheds, but that's Emily's place now, and Duck has his own shed with Oliver on his branch line. When the engines gather at Tidmouth sheds, they talk and tell each other stories as they settle in for the night and let their boilers cool down. They talk about whatever's happening on the island, and sometimes they tell each other spooky stories. At the front of Tidmouth sheds is a big turntable. This is so the engines can turn around and back into their places. That way, they're facing out and ready to go in the morning. Once, Percy thought he'd seen a monster in the night, and he ran straight into the sheds without turning round. Another time, the turntable got frozen in the wintry weather, and it wouldn't turn, so it only lined up with one berth. It's much better for engines to sleep in a shed than out in the cold and wet. Bad weather can cause rust, and a shed is a place where the drivers and firemen can look after their engines and keep them maintained. Best wishes, Mr. Perkins. There, now, just put a stamp on this. pop it in this mailbag. There we are. I'm just in time to get all this mail to the mail train. Still snowing out there. Better wrap up warm. Don't you forget to wrap up warm too. I'll see you all again soon. Goodbye.
The perfect gift. It was cold and snowy on the island of Sodor as Christmas drew near. At this time of year, Percy was always very busy. There were Christmas trees to deliver. And the extra Christmas mail. Percy also had all his regular jobs, such as taking scrap to the scrapyard. It wasn't quite as special as carrying Christmas trees or delivering mail, but it was still very important.
Hello, Reg.
Oh, hello, Percy. Brought me some lovely scrap, have you?
I certainly have.
Aren't I the lucky one, then?
Sorting scrap into different types is not everyone's idea of fun, but Reg loves his work.
It's a bit dark and gloomy around here, isn't it, Reg?
Not really, Percy. It's no different from usual.
Exactly. And this is a special time of year when the rest of the island does look different from usual. Oh, twinkly and lovely and magical.
I love it here. I'm very happy. Don't you worry about me.
But that's exactly what Percy did. He worried that Reg was missing out on the magic of Christmas. At the end of the day, Thomas was in his berth as Percy arrived.
I think the sheds are going to look great. Don't you, Percy? Especially that Christmas tree. I think Christmas trees are my favorite Christmas thing of all. Thomas, we do have an awful lot of decorations here at Tidmouth Sheds, don't we? Yes, Percy. So, do you think anyone would mind if I took that Christmas tree over there and gave it to someone else? Someone who really, really needed it, because he didn't have any Christmas decorations at all. No decorations at all? Not even a bauble. Then you should definitely take that tree and give it to your poor friend.
The next day, when Percy took the scrap to the scrapyard, he took along a special gift.
Good morning, Reg.
You're early today, Percy.
I know, because as well as all this scrap, I've brought you a special gift. Just a little something to cheer up the scrapyard and... Wow! What's that noise?
Sorry, what were you saying? Something about a special gift?
Reg, what happened to the tree?
Oh, old trees like that show up at the scrapyard all the time, especially at this time of year.
But that was a Christmas tree.
Well, soon it will be something else. Wood chips can be used for all sorts of things. Nothing goes to waste at the scrapyard. So I'd better get on with it.
Percy was determined that he would bring Christmas to the scrapyard. He just wasn't sure how. Then Sir Topham Hatt asked Percy to take the carol singers to the town square for a Christmas sing-along. That gave Percy an idea.
Hello again, Percy. I wasn't expecting to see you here again so soon. Not that I mind, if you've brought me some lovely scrap.
I've brought you something better than that, Reg.
Better than scrap?
Yes, much better. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3.
On the first day of Christmas, my true love sent to me a partridge and a pear tree. On the second day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree.
Oh, what was that? What are you doing? You were supposed to be listening. I was trying to cheer you up.
I'm sorry, Percy, but I'm not sure I need cheering up. And, well, to be honest, I'm really rather busy.
Okay. Sorry, Reg.
Percy was sorry that Reg didn't like the Christmas choir. But Percy wasn't a giving up kind of engine. He was still determined to make Reg's scrapyard come alive with Christmas cheer.
That's it! I need to give Reg a Christmas present. Something he really loves. But what?
Percy chugged all around the island of Soho, trying to find the perfect gift for his friend at the scrapyard. But no matter how hard he tried, he just couldn't think of anything. The next evening, Percy rolled into the scrapyard, a little quieter than usual.
Evening, Percy. Dearie me, what's the matter? A bit down in the dumps, are you?
Oh, Reg, Tidmouth Sheds is all decorated, and the whole island looks lovely and special. But you're stuck here, in the Sodor scrapyard. And I couldn't even think of a present to give to you.
But, Percy, you've brought me exactly what I wanted.
More lovely scrap?
Yes, more lovely scrap. And most particularly, this is just what I need.
Reg, your Christmas tree looks fantastic.
Ah, I'm not done yet.
Oh, Reg, that is amazing.
I told you, nothing round here goes to waste. Now, before you go, you said something about gifts?
Oh, yes, that. I'm so sorry, but I didn't get you...
No, I have a gift for you.
Thanks, Reg.
Well, after seeing my Christmas decorations, I thought you might feel rather left out. Merry Christmas, Percy!
Thanks, Reg. Merry Christmas to you, too! Merry Christmas, Percy. Merry Christmas, Thomas. Merry Christmas, everyone.